3 more. 6. Nice work, right there.
That was a good session, Chris. I was just saying to Chris that they have this big blackboard, and I've got my eyes on it. I'm going to do an art challenge on there. I'm going to come here and set up some cameras one day. Is that alright with you?
Of course, yeah, anytime.
Look at that thing. I'm going to like just fill it with shit. Hey guys, so today I'm working on the colouring book and I'm making progress over time. I've shown some days when I've worked on it and then other times I haven't shown just because I'm sort of ebbing away at it over time. I've worked on it at the airport and sometimes when I've been waiting for things and travelling and anyways, you get the point. So, because there's not much to show in regards to today's activity today, I thought I'd start off by just covering a whole bunch of things that have been on my mind or been happening or going to happen or whatever. So I'm going to do that now and then I'll show you a few things that I've worked on with the colouring book later in this video. But the first thing I wanted to mention is that the Amazon shop, you know, that Amazon shop, amazon.com.au has launched. So it's in Australia. The problem is my book has one review and it's a 3-star review of a Kindle purchase and it says, I quote, "Not for beginners, 3 exclamation marks. Too much theory, can be good and bad. I would not recommend this book." I mean, look, I don't believe my book is the best book in the world, but I hope that those of you from Australia who have purchased the book or would purchase the book would like to leave a review so that it isn't that 3-star book with 1 review. I don't know if I actually have to purchase it from amazon.com.au to leave a review or if you have purchased it from the American Amazon website if you're able to review it. But either way, any of you who have the book, particularly Aussies, or if you're looking to get the book, I'll put the link in the description and a review would be hugely appreciated because obviously that's sort of how I'm represented to Australia and currently it's underwhelming. The next thing I wanted to talk about, and I'm going to just consciously limit myself on how much I'm going to talk about this because I really let myself get, you know, carried away with it. Virtual reality. You guys know I'm obsessed with and love virtual reality and things keep emerging and I'm just watching the industry like a hawk. And the trailer for Ready Player One came out and oh my god, I am so excited. I've never been so excited for a movie in my life and that includes every movie. Why? I don't know. I love the book and I know the movie probably won't be as good as the book, but I think there's something really special about it that I'm excited about. And I think it's that it's going to appeal to a lot of people who aren't VR obsessed because of the huge nostalgia factor, which some people are going to make videos about on YouTube and say, no, they just made a movie about a whole bunch of stuff that you guys all loved that one time. There's no originality. But no, I think it uses that to draw people in and to hook them and then tells a great story about a future dystopian, utopian mix of blah blah blah, all the characters and all the story, and it's really cool. So I feel like it'll hook a lot of people in, and I feel like it'll spark a lot of people's imagination for VR in particular, and the thing I'm most excited about is when this movie comes out later, I think it's October 2018, the VR industry will hopefully be meeting the expectations somewhere around where people are going to get blown away. Now the thing is with virtual reality, you have to try it to really see how cool it is, and not as many people have tried the cool sort of VR as they can, and also the tech is very new. So I believe by mid-2018, the VR tech, particularly the stuff coming up with Oculus, and there's some research and stuff that's just come out that Samsung have been developing, enabling 6 degrees of freedom tracking and a whole bunch of other really cool stuff, including eye tracking and other stuff, in like mobile sensors, in mobile chips. Basically meaning that you can have virtual reality without the high-end PC, or at least without all the grunt of a really high-end PC, and making VR overall more affordable and better quality. The lenses are getting better, the pixels are getting better, everything's getting better. So I've just been, can you tell? Today I'm in the VR mood. I just bought Fallout 4 VR. It's gonna release in the next 12 hours sometime. I'm very excited about that. I'm probably not gonna have time to play it for like months, but I'm really excited about VR. By the way, my Christmas present is PlayStation VR. Like, I know I have a Vive, but they're like different things. They're like different experiences. PlayStation VR is going to be a different thing because I'll be able to play the PlayStation with my son, but then also sometimes if I feel like playing VR, but only have like, I don't know, half an hour or whatever, I won't have to go through the setup and just go or whatever. Anyways, I knew I'd keep talking, so I'm gonna just calm down. I've really let myself get carried away with virtual reality. Ooh, to wrap up that note about being obsessed with the VR, I have been contacting manufacturers of hardware that is going to emerge, and I'm hoping to make VR 180 streams and content a partially integrated thing by early next year, which I'm very excited about. But let's just put that all up in a box, put it away for later. Move on to the next thing that I'm excited about is the Naughty Egg Draw Love Bomb went over great. You guys have totally shocked him, which is fun, so enjoy that Naughty Egg Draw. I don't actually know your name, I tried to look it up, but I couldn't see it, so I'm just going to call you Naughty Egg Draw. But anyways, thank you everyone for love bombing him, and I appreciate your update video. You're making eye contact with me, I felt really looked after. Thanks, man. And then the last thing I wanted to touch on is I just felt like a few months ago, I told you guys I signed up for YouTube Red, but I never gave you my thoughts on it since then. And I thought since today's the day of me splurting out random crap at you, I might as well give you some thoughts on that. Overall thoughts, I really like it more than I thought I would. Not for the original content. There is barely any good original content. There are only 2 original series that I like. The rest is pretty garbage. Minefield, sorry. Not Minefield is good. Vsauce Minefield is really good, and Good Game with the Game Grumps guys is awesome because I love the Game Grumps guys, but I'm not a fan of that kind of content on their main channel. Like, I'm not a big consumer of Let's Play content and that sort of thing. I know they do other stuff, but I don't like to be subscribed to stuff that mostly feeds me the stuff I'm not interested in consuming. But the Good Game series is hilarious and fantastic, and I really loved it. But I wouldn't get YouTube Red or keep YouTube Red just for those things, but the thing I love about YouTube Red is that you can download videos, which I always do before I go on a flight. It's fantastic. I can download the stuff I'm subscribed to, so I can just watch stuff on the flight. The background play is cooler than I thought it would be, like way cooler than I thought it would be. And the ad list thing is sort of like highlights how annoying ads are when I'm not on that YouTube Red account. So that's really cool. I guess that shows that there's a lot of value there. So I would definitely recommend it, and not in any way because it affects me. I don't approach YouTube Red or recommend it on a, you know, as a YouTuber. I'm just giving my thumbs up as a consumer of YouTube. I really think it's good, and I think it's a good way for YouTube to, you know, one of the benefits is that it's a break away from the dependence on advertisers. So the more of that, frankly, the better, given how this year's has unraveled. Anyways, that's it for my random crap verbal diarrhea for today. I'll show you what I got going on here. So as you saw from last time, I'm just making a little bit of progress. It's sort of hard to navigate while vlogging at the same time. It's interesting, creating the colouring book pages. It's going to be a digital colouring book, by the way, not a print colouring book, which means you'll be able to print them on your own printers and also digitally colour them in. I am sort of digitally remastering and really smoothing things out, doing a lot of rebalancing. This is the Celestial Merpeople character design. I did the Broken Assassin one, and I think that one turned out really cool too. Let me just zoom out a little bit more. So I think these are coming along really well, and I'm interested to see what people do with them, because I think there's so many ways you could colour them in that are different to how I went about it. So it's good fun, you know, they can get quite detailed, and overall, as you can see, they're very true to my original illustrations, but it's going to be very clean, and the raw assets that you'll be able to create your colouring in on top of. And there should be quite a few things, so, and simpler stuff too. We've got the Bob Ross, we'll have simple character designs, we'll also have the Telltale characters, a whole bunch of different stuff, and then we have some epic landscape orientation pieces as well. I'm going to wrap up with the question of the day, which comes from Marina Romero, who says, I've been stuck with the same amount of followers for a few months and I don't know which community could help me grow, since I just draw short, funny, or trying to lol comic strips. Should I try and switch my content up a bit? Honestly, the content should be what you really want it to be. Try not to cater too much to what you think will bring you an audience, because in the end you might end up doing something that won't be something you love doing in the long term, and then if you do grow an audience, then you sort of might be stuck over time. So find something you love, and I know it can be really tough to not see numbers moving, but part of it is growing as an artist, learning to be involved in communities and get good at your craft. And it may take some time. It took me like 6 years of independent Flash games and animation stuff to start having an effect which I could use on YouTube, and then it took several years to actually build a following that I could slowly turn into a job. But it is a long-term process, so make no mistake about that. That being said, I wish you the best of luck, and thank you for being a part of my community at the very least. Thank you everyone so much for watching. That's it for today, and I guess I'll see you guys tomorrow. Speaking of tomorrow, join the stream. Starts at 9:30 AM Australian Melbourne time, so I'll put the link in the description to Twitch. See you guys.